It's a brand new day. Welcome back to Big Stevie Cool 1872 and the wee video, the last video, 10 reasons why. Oh, that's ruffled a few feathers, right? So I see one comment, you're only doing this for the views, right? Multiple things. Well, I will just go with an A and a B here, alright? A was actually a suggestion by members. Shout out to the members, alright? So you put a wee suggestion in, and I'll fire right onto that. Hell, there's even been a suggestion, 10 reasons why Rangers can do the quad next year. Maybe I'll get around to doing that. And B, you see, my sole purpose, right, was trying to accumulate the most views that I can. I'd get someone on this channel with massive ditties. But that's not the sole purpose, alright? I'm just here talking about Rangers and a few other things, right? About life. So, how about that? But it's fitting that we're talking about A and we're talking about B, because it appears that we've got two options, the two favourites for the job, albeit it feels like an A plus and it feels like a B minus, because in terms of actual likelihood, because it looks like Steven Gerrard is in fact going to get this job, 8-13, odds don't lie, and then Jose Mourinho. So Gerrard's A, Mourinho's B, and hopefully they'll both be positive, either one that takes the job. And I've actually spent quite a lot of time talking about this over on Fog Football, and these two have been the top of the odds, you know, for a decent period of time. But I think it needs addressed right here, right now, on this channel. And I was thinking, I might do 10 Scottish Premiership players I'd like Rangers to sign. Is that a good idea? I think might do that. Hell, I could do 10 managers I would like us to appoint. But in terms of these two, right, I don't understand the outrage about Gerrard, right? I don't. I'd rather Mourinho, right? For numerous reasons, I'd rather Mourinho. You know, he's better. Eyes on the product, all that stuff, brings money, drama. He would also, I mean, not saying Gerrard wouldn't, but Mourinho would defend us against officials, big time. It'd be bloody fantastic. And that's not to say here, I want a sore loser who just greets about decisions, but I like someone that defends the club, you know what I mean? I think Barry's done that well. I think there was a fine line, you know what I mean? I think Clement was just a gurned about anything. I think Mourinho can be that to a point, but he's a wind-up merchant, isn't he? Oh, you can just imagine the Mourinho pressers. Everything Mourinho. Honestly. Cannot wait. I'm saying I cannot wait, like it's already been announced, which of course it hasn't. But yeah, I mean, Mourinho, for a whole magnitude of different reasons, would be fantastic. And I tell you, 10 reasons why I want Stevie G back. 10 reasons why I want Mourinho in. I'm telling you, there might be a method to this madness with 10 reasons. I do 10 reasons across all the other channels. I think there could be a 10 reasons marathon here. Thank you, members. I think there's going to be a 10 reasons, because I tell you what, in terms of news, like what actually is this week about Rangers, you know what I mean? It's kind of just about these two being favourite. In terms of players in, honestly, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've went, you know, scuba diving for the news, but I wouldn't say there's an awful lot floating about, folks. When you think of it, I just don't think there is. I really don't think there is. Transfer related, I'm not really seeing it's linked with anyone. I mean, why is that? Who knows? I mean, there's talk about Daniel Farke, how you pronounce his name, I don't know. Obviously, Leeds manager, just got them promoted. How weird would it be if they sacked him? I mean, could it be like, right, we're not willing to have you lead this Leeds Premier League charge, so come on up to Glasgow, Champions League football into August, and hopefully beyond. We're relying on you to take us to that. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Mourinho can't, right? Because, I mean, we literally just beat him with Barry Ferguson. But if we had Jose Mourinho in, right, with a well-structured team for these Champions League qualifiers, you can't tell me your faith wouldn't go up. You know what I mean? And Gerrard, I mean, I think that's immediate hunger for him straight away, trying to get into the Champions League. You know, he'd done it the first time around when we were, I mean, let's be honest, man, pish. With Europe, that progress Niederkorn, getting into Europa League group stages back then seemed like an absolute fucking pipe dream. So, honestly, I think either option will do me just fine. And here, Knutsen, I'd like Knutsen, but I mean, if he wins that Europa League, I feel like we'll be out of reach. And it's why we should have acted before. But we haven't, you know what I mean? There's no point greeting about Knutson, but I do feel like if he beats Tottenham, and it doesn't really matter between Bilbao and United. I mean, United will have the more eyes on it, so to speak, but the final's in Bilbao, so that'd be mental. So yeah, Knutson I think's too far gone. I mean, I guess if we went out in the semis to Tottenham, it's not going to be as recognised as, like, you know, getting to the final or winning it. But again, I still feel like if Knutson was going to come to Rangers, it would have happened by now. Muscat's still a possibility, but the bookies haven't got it wrong, folks. We've seen months ago, weeks ago, Gerrard getting his suits, hidden messages about returning. I think it's going to happen. I think it'll be Gerrard, but I mean, there has been points in the past where, I mean, I know, Bale, I never once thought Bale was the brains behind 55. I thought he'd do better than what he did. But looking back here, it was probably just as good as Clement, even though Clement won a League Cup. So, built on the foundations of Michael Beale, may I add. But yeah, I mean, I think it's actually a decent situation we're in terms of who we're linked with managerial-wise. But I feel Russell Martin being like third favourite. And see if, honestly, see the people greeting about Gerrard and greeting about Mourinho. See if we end up with Russell Martin, what are you going to say then? Because that will be brutal.